do this. Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is August 18, 2024.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, good.
Howard,
What's up, buddy?
are you in Coronado? Where are you at right now?
Back on Coronado. Thanks for, well, I've been out of pocket for like a month. Sick, this, that, quite a market, quite a summer.
Yeah, quite a market. We had a yen carry trade blow up, I guess a 3-week blow up that caused a correction all over the tape. The S&P tested its rising 200-day moving average, where buyers stepped in, and now it's back near its all-time highs. And I mean, on the equal weighted S&P, you can even see it clearer, very close near all-time highs, basically a new all-time high close last week. So everything's back to normal. They've been definitely a few distribution days lately, but it seems we are back to buy the dip mentality.
It's interesting to see if someone told you to look at that and they would have shown you a VIX 60 spike in August, and you would have looked at this market, you would go, what the hell happened? So I've done this forever, never saw it. I wrote about it, we talked about it. That is not a VIX 60 spike.
I mean, back in 2017, when the XIV blew up, I guess we had exactly like a short-term period where the VIX spiked. That inverse volatility ETF blew up, and then the market quickly recovered back to all-time highs.
I think it's a good lesson. Like, who are you following? How are they thinking? This is why you journal. You know, it doesn't matter. There's so many opportunities in your life if you're into the markets to learn. This was a learning moment for those. If you were on the wrong side of this and panicked and, you know, yelling for a rate cut, you need to improve your emotions around this, right? You're reassessed how you think about risk. But you know, I've been writing about the rising VIX for a couple of weeks, and I was prepared. I mean, I didn't do that much, but at least I was on the, you know, you want to be on the right side of this. Like, you can't avoid, if you're in the market, nasty weeks or nasty months. That's just the way it is. But are you in the right position to harness, you know, these spikes and put a little more money to work and have enough money to put to work in those spikes? So those are, I mean, of anything, that's a lesson. Doesn't matter if you're young that you're going to have 30 of these over the next 30 years. It happens almost every year, where you get to reposition yourself. It's kind of like a freebie where everybody zigs and you should be zagging, and you don't have to do it every day. So knowing that, I guess the key is what looked the strongest. What looked the strongest going in was Goldman and gold, and they both flinched, and Goldman's right back at all-time highs. Gold is at all-time highs. Google's got that, you know, my 3G idea. Google, you know, I think they've got headwinds, right, with the breakup, losing the lawsuit, so it's not as clear a trade. It didn't bounce as well, but Nvidia and the semis bounced, I think. Well, at least Nvidia did.
Nvidia did. I mean, semis were the worst hit sector. Like SOX was down 50% during that 3-week period, and now it bounced 50% in the past 2 weeks. So they also
it was down like 75%.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, you're right. It was down a lot from 70 to.
God, were you trading that? That was insane. So that was almost like an XIV moment.
Yeah, I traded it on the long side in the past 2 weeks. For the bounce.
You avoid, like, you didn't buy those dips? Oh my God,
I didn't buy the dips. I bought it actually last Friday here.
What's the monthly look like? What's the monthly look like? You could see a huge. So that was kind of like an XIV moment. So it was one of the. Max, will you get Lindsay?
Yeah, the XAV moment in 2017, when it blew up. Where was it? Somewhere here. Let's see. 2017. Was it here? Like I think it was right here.
Okay. Wow, such a small move, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's also Jesus. That's one to keep in the repertoire for a high VIX spike the next time. Okay, well done. Those are not ones you hold, I don't think, but
No, they're there for trading. You should never hold them longer term, even though if you look at the really long-term chart of TQQ, obviously it has
so why did the ball not? So that one didn't even kind of like.
completely demolished anything
But
really in the long term.
how come the TQQQ didn't get demolished on the VIX 60 move? Really weird.
I mean, it did in a way. It had a pullback from what, 68. Okay, is this? Oh, wait. This is 2018, Howard. Wait, we're looking at old data.
Yeah, I gotta
We're
think.
looking at old
I'm
data.
not yours. I'm
So
only.
85 to 48. So it was a
Oh my
50%,
goodness. Oh my goodness. I
50%
was
drop.
sleeping. So that was where the VIX trade really needed to be. That's where you got to, that's where the VIX
But
trade.
longer term, TQQ is the best performing vehicle ever. I mean, since 2010. It's
I
like
still think they'll come for that one. That would have been scary if you were long that. So you just had a 1 day drawdown of what in that thing? Hang on.
not a 1 day, a 3 week drawdown
You
from
had a
85
3 week, 50%
to
drawdown.
48. Yeah, about 50%. Yeah.
Oh my.
50%. But that's the 3 times the daily change of the Nasdaq 100, and because of that, because the Nasdaq has been up on most days in the past 14 years, it's up a lot more than 3 times what the QQQ did. Like it's actually up. Let me
I
check
hear
real
you.
quick.
I hear you. It's just it's a reminder if I've been
Since
really.
2010. So since 2010,
Yeah.
okay, where is it?
Don't worry.
Since
We're,
2010, the Nasdaq 100 is up almost 1,000%, and the TQQ is up 17,000%, 171 times versus 10 times, so 17 times better for the past 14 years
oh
for
my goodness.
TQQ.
I'll tell you what, you only have to be wrong once. Remember my XIV thing? It just went to zero that day.
Yeah, I mean, I also lost
I'm
a
for
lot of
sure
money on
scared of
that.
this thing where they just shut it down one day. But
Exactly.
anyway,
I had no idea that that's even possible.
what's that?
I had no idea that that's even
Either
possible in
did I, but
2017.
anyways, all right, we shouldn't
Yeah.
be talking about these things. Okay, so Goldman Gold, drug stocks doing well.
Yeah,
Select,
gold at all-time highs. It's interesting to see if the gold miners are going to catch up. They're kind of setting up on a weekly here for a potential breakout, but they've been lagging.
yeah. I mean, I'm just going to stick with what's working, but those look like they'll break out. I'm just not.
Is,
I have no edge here other than just price
so the
momentum.
so-called defensive sector that you mentioned, healthcare, consumer staples, utilities, the ones that pay dividends, they've
Yeah,
been getting popular again.
yeah. Go to the monthly. This is going to go. You know,
It's all-time highs.
I think the biotechs look still ready, both sides.
It's setting up XBIC. I mean, it's kind of in a no man's land here.
Yeah. The weighting could be
Step-
up. I don't know what makes up the top 10%. Yeah, forget about it.
but it needs to clear
Yeah.
104 really to get some upside momentum going for it. But it's making higher lows, so that's
Okay.
positive.
What do you got? What else you got?
I mean, there's something going on in every single sector. I mean, you go to restaurants, you have stocks like Sweet Green, a company that is
You eat
losing.
there?
I've never been to a store, never seen one,
I've seen
but
it.
its stock has been on a tear ever since 2 quarters ago when it gapped up at 16. Now it's 37, and it's not just this one. You have Kava at almost all-time highs here.
Yeah.
All-time highs,
Hey,
basically.
these restaurants, they're shit. What is
It
America
is shit.
doing?
I mean, but well, people are investing in the next Chipotle.
Shit.
Chipotle is not doing that well. I mean, they just lost their CEO to Starbucks. But then you have Shake Shack, also near 52-week highs.
Wow.
So there are a lot of sectors and groups that are working really.
Market cap and Shake Shack. Hang on, let me just-
It's 4.6. I mean,
Wait,
they don't have the best burgers,
$4
obviously, but
billion worth more than Twitter in my mind. Jesus Christ. All right. Meta looks great. Apple looks fantastic.
Meta's the strongest among the
Yeah, well, Apple looks really good too. I just
mega
bought,
caps.
I just bought some more AirPods that I just destroyed my other ones. Okay, so they've got me no matter what for a couple grand a year, Apple.
They're good setups everywhere. Like look at this one, this biotech TGTX setting up for a potential breakout here near 22,
Some of the
23.
software stocks, Intuit, Adobe, they're big, boring software stocks look good. I mean,
This is the software ETF, IGF. It's building the right side of a potential base.
yeah. My old favorite Axon, which I own, just keeps going up. No one's ever talked about it. There was
Yeah, all the military stocks have been on complete
that's not really.
fire.
This is not a military stock. This is
Okay, in a way, but here's the military ETF,
Oh my God.
DFEN. Big breakout in a lot of those stocks in this sector, like led by Lockheed Martin, just keep pushing higher as they're getting new orders. And market's way of probably forecasting.
Yeah, DFEN. I've never heard of DFEN. Nice.
It's kind of leverage ETF if you wanna.
What's the monthly look like there?
I mean, it's a relatively new ETF.
Okay. All right. So share what have I done? I'm trying to think what else I'm missing. Going through my list here. Anything totally.
I mean, e-commerce has been hot this quarter, this earnings season. Here's Melly breaking out to new, I don't know, 52-week highs, almost all-time highs. And then all the other ones, like the Korean one, Coupang, potentially building a base here, setting up for a potential breakout.
Yeah,
and then we have the
Coupang. I have a tiny position on just to track that if it gets above.
SE, which is
I own SE.
Singapore breaking out after earnings. Even the Chinese one are starting to move, like Baba. They missed earnings and still went higher. Maybe sentiment is changing. Who knows? There's zero growth here.
No one left to sell. Like the outflows have been going on for years. If someone says the word Alibaba to you, just make a joke, right?
Yeah.
And the business has improved theoretically. Again,
I mean,
what do you
look at the earnings? Like they made $10 in 2021. They're not back to that. 2026, they're
no
expected
growth.
to make
So there you have it. Yeah.
$9. But then compare that to Melly,
which we've been talking about. Yeah.
They made 167 in 2021. They expected to make $48 in 2025. I mean, they're really ramping up their earnings. I don't know what they're making, what they're selling there, but
well, they're a fintech company too. They're not just Shopify, but they're eBay, and they're a fintech company.
The earnings.
Nubank, which is Latin Brazilian bank, Neobank, all-time highs. So
I mean, the dollar is pulling back, so some of those emerging market stocks are starting to look more attractive in a way, like tech stocks.
And then I keep an eye on Netflix, like quietly, sneaking back up.
Keeps bouncing. Spotify is also looking constructively.
Yeah. Okay. All right. A lot of ideas. I think congrats to those that didn't panic. Don't know if that was just a tremor or the beginning of an earthquake. I really don't know. But the price action going into the big 60.
I mean, elections are coming up, right? And there's a lot of uncertainty around them since even odds as of right now, and market doesn't like uncertainty. So we might be very likely that we'll see more volatility in the next 2 months or so.
All right, buddy.